What's up, y'all, and welcome back. It's been a long time, y'all. I have not recorded in so long. It's been last time I recorded was December. I want to say December 28th was not the last time I recorded, but that was the last time I posted episode, and we are now on season 2. Season 1 was not that long. Season 1 I made 4 episodes. My plan was originally to get those 4 episodes out there and see how they did or see how they do while they were out there, and I can say they did pretty good. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all who listened and enjoyed and learned and commented or inboxed me to let me know that you enjoyed my podcast. It means a absolute lot to me. But I'm not gonna lie. These last few months have been, one for the books, have been a challenging little first part of the year. The year is almost over, and I'm not gonna say I can see the light because I can't. It's still dim. My eyes still adjusting to the darkness, but I feel like I'm getting there. I'm getting where I need to be. I'm starting to have more understanding of what I need out of my journey. I'm getting more understanding of what my journey truly is, first of all. And at first I was like, my journey is to discover who I am, which that's the main purpose of my journey to me, of what I want out of this journey, and being able to change and figure out, different ways of how to really figure that out. But when I was stuck for those last few months, 7 months, we're going to say, because it is now August 4th, I think. But and that's when I'm recording this podcast. Y'all won't see this for till a minute, but anyways, back to where I was. But yeah, it's August 4th, and as of yesterday, I got motivated to get back on my podcast and record my journey, because I was really losing myself in my mind, y'all. Like, I had nobody to talk to. I had no way to let it out. So I was like, well, why the hell you stopped your podcast? Because that was the way you was talking. That was the way you was kind of venting and understanding the journey that you was on, and really, getting into this journey. But then I stopped my podcast. No, I didn't stop my journey, because life gonna keep going. So I knew what I wanted to do when I was stopped for those 7 months. I was gonna say I basically started over, but I didn't. I didn't really start over. I was just stuck for 7 months. I didn't know what else to do. Like, I didn't know what else I needed to do in my journey to make it to be a successful journey, to be able to get to that end goal of really figuring out what my God-given purpose is. And I was just stuck because to be honest, I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know how else to move. I didn't know what else I needed to learn. I didn't know a lot. I'm just going to say that I did not know a lot. I did not what understand the depth that it takes to be on a self-discovery journey. Or, I'm not gonna say, oh, I just said it, because some stuff people just be like, oh, I'm vegan today, and they're just really doing it because that's a trend. And I believe that's why I got so stuck, because I didn't want it to be just a phase. Oh, I'm doing this because I want to start a podcast, and self-discovery is a good avenue to be down, whatever. I didn't want to be that, and I kind of felt like I was starting to fake it. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like it was fake. And I'm not going to say nothing in my episodes that I've ever recorded was fake. Everything I said in my episodes was about me, what I've done, how I've come to right now at this stuck moment. Every episode was something true. I gave my heart, I gave my all. But I felt like after a while, when I was like, okay, so I'm done with the first four episodes, so I do want to move into season 2, which season 2 is going to be longer than season 1. I just, again, was stepping out there to basically see what was, what stuck, basically. I'm gonna, let's see if there's something that people want to hear, basically. That's what season 1 was. It was like a tester, and I see that I am starting to draw the right crowd that I want, the audience that I want to listen to me, and all this and all this and all this or whatever. It was, my podcast is going, and it is. I'm not going to say it was, because I still look at my analytics and see that people listen to a podcast from November. It's going to be November again. So if you've listened to a podcast from November and January or February, I thank you. It means a lot to me. But anyways, back to why I haven't been recording, but I felt stuck. I felt like not only was I stuck, I felt like I was beginning to feel fake in what I was doing. I felt like I was, I don't know, other than being fake in what I was doing. And it's so hard for me to explain, like, how was I being fake? It was just, I started thinking of, oh, I should talk about this on my podcast, because again, it was a trending topic, and that just didn't sit right with me, because I was like, I'm not really too big on the trends. I don't even really post, when I post my social media, I don't really even post like trending sounds. I just post. So I'm not really into the trends. I don't want to be on, oh, that's what such and such is talking about, so that's what I should talk about. I didn't want to be on that. I want my podcast to truly be about my self-discovery, my journey. Yeah, I'm going to have topics that I want to talk about. And any topic that I pick is going to relate to where I am in my journey, or what I've had to experience to get to the position that I am in my journey. Most of my stuff, like the beginning episodes, were about what I had to experience to really understand why I wanted to do what I'm doing now, which is being on this journey to figure out my purpose. Also, with feeling like I was starting to jump on a train with my podcast. So at first it was supposed to be, oh, I'm just going to take a little time off, take about a month, 2 months off or whatever. And then we can get back in there. We can figure out what we want to talk about. We can listen to old episodes and we can spin off of there. But those 2 months turned into, as we are now, 7 months, 8 months away from my last podcast almost. And I just didn't know how to move. I got unmotivated with that. Haven't been able to make candles to even relax my mind. Because if you know, as I said at the beginning, I make candles, and that is something that I really enjoy because it gives me some type of relaxation. I'm not a person that just like to lay around or whatever, but haven't been able to do candles. So I really haven't been motivated to do a lot of anything. So with losing that motivation to continue to move forward on a dream of mine, something that I prayed about doing, and that's my podcast. And I prayed about my other businesses too, but speaking on my podcast, not being able to find that motivation to get back into my podcast really put a damper on me. It really brought me down. It really made me start questioning God. It did. And not in a good way. Not in an understanding way. I wasn't questioning him like I want to understand why I'm in this position. I started questioning him like, okay, God, I am trying to put my life. I ain't gonna say I'm A1 at getting this life thing together, but I am trying, and I was at the beginning stages of trying. I was at the, like, really, if I turn around, I could see the starting line that I'm starting to really try to figure out who I am. And I'm really trying to figure out what purpose you put me on this earth for. And I'm really trying to involve you in everything that I'm doing. But you put me through hell right now. That's just really my thoughts of, I can say, the first 4 months of the 8 months that I've been dealing with dealing with my little hard time. So at the first beginning, I was asking like, um, does this change thing really work? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, what am I supposed to be doing something different, or am I not doing it right? I was questioning it. Like, I don't know. I'm about not to do this. I'm about to just try it my way one more time and see. And those are the doubts and the thoughts that I was having going through my mind. And let's just say it was not of God. It was not. After I stopped asking those kind of crazy questions, I sat down and asked God, okay, God, I really want to do this. I really want you to be involved in everything I have going on. I really want you to help guide me through my decisions. I really want you to help me figure out my passions, figure out my my reasoning of being here. I really want you to help me do that, Lord. But I know in order for me to do that, I just have to have the understanding of, why in the hell am I here in the beginning stage? They say they attack you when you got something. I ain't got nothing. And when I started asking myself, not when I started asking God those questions of, why am I here? Why am I being tested like this, Lord? Why is these 7 months so hard for me right now? What am I doing? Show me. I changed, and I wanted to, I even went to the point of asking, what am I doing? Show me what I'm doing that I need to change within myself so that I can get back on the right path. So, because it got to be something that I'm doing. And it wasn't. It really wasn't nothing that I was doing. I just feel like, and came up with the thought of, I feel like me and God came up with this question, this answer, that it was the devil. I've been not necessarily worshiping the devil and loving the devil, but I have not always put God first in everything that I do. I used to make decisions just because I wanted to make decisions, and I knew they was wrong decisions. I know that was not of God. That was the devil trying to, get me on his side, persuade me on his side. And it's so crazy because my biggest thing that I wanted to change about myself was how I handle bad situations. And when I say how I handle bad situations, I would get very depressed and upset because I just felt like I could not figure out this life thing. And that's where I was. Like, it seemed like every time I'm up, I'm always getting knocked back down. And I can't never figure out what the hell knocked me down and why the hell am I being able to stay down here for so long. And um I used to dwell in that, and that was something when I started this journey of self-discovery. That was something that I prayed so hard about. Like, God, I just want to be able to not be depressed because I can't figure out life right now. I don't want to be depressed or sad or mad because something's not going my way, or I feel like it's something against me. I don't want to feel that way. Basically, that's how I was feeling. Like something was against me. Like it's something out there in this world that gotta be against me, that does not want me, that do not want me to be great in life. It cannot want me to live a great life that I know I'm destined for, that I know because I work so hard to be a better person. So I know, like, it got to be somebody out there against me. Like, it just got to be. So that's something that I prayed about really, really hard, to be able to overcome that. And how I changed that was basically change the thought of nobody's against me. Trying to, again, I used to think like, oh, I can't ask God why. I can't ask why I'm in this situation because it got to be a reason and I got to figure it out. And then I started thinking like, this ain't no damn riddle. Like, life can't be no riddle. It cannot be a riddle for you to say, oh, you got to trust God. He ain't giving me no riddles to be like, okay, well, your life messed up, so figure it out. No. I had to ask why. I wanted some clarification of why I would go into those moments and feel the way I was feeling when something wasn't going my way. Why did my brain automatically say, oh, because option A, B, C didn't work, so now we depressed because nothing's gonna work now, or you're never gonna figure out what your purpose is or whatever. So I had to pray and ask God to, one, remove those thoughts out my head and replace them with something that is positive, something that is motivating to myself. Also, another big thing is I wanted God to help me, show me the lessons that need to be learned. Not necessarily the answers, but I need to know, what lesson am I learning? Let me go back and, as I would say, analyze why I was in this position, why I feel this way from I was feeling good in December, but when January, February came, now all of a sudden I'm feeling some type of way. But why? So when I started to analyze why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, and started really saying, okay, you need to change your mindset. It's your mindset. It's you. You playing onto these negative thoughts that the devil is feeding you. So now you plan on those instead of playing on, okay, God didn't put me through this for no reason, so let's figure out the reason. Let's know that this is just a test. You need to figure out how you're going to move forward, and not only move forward, but you're going to continue to move forward with God. So about month 5 of this year, I really got back into praying more. I haven't got back into my journaling. I need to get back into that, but I have got back into more conversations with God. And when I feel some type of way, I let God know how I feel and ask Him to help me understand those feelings of what I'm feeling. And I feel like I always ask for understanding, because I believe if you don't understand why you feel some type of way, you can't fix it. If you don't understand why you depressed, you can't fix the depression. You can't make it go away, because you don't know why you're depressed. You just know you're depressed, or you're feeling this type of way because something made you feel that type of way, or somebody made you feel that type of way. So when somebody make you feel some type of way, you know why this person made you mad. You understood it. You know what I mean? So I feel like I always need to have clarity of why I'm feeling some type of way so that I can fix it and have a better outcome. And that's basically where I feel like I am right now on my journey, because as I was saying, I was stuck, and right now I'm not stuck. I'm not moving. I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh, I'm on to the next step. No, I'm still in that. I'm not calling the stuck stage no more, but I'm still standing. I'm still standing right there, and so I can continue to get clarity. I feel like I still need more clarity to help me understand and help me guide me through obstacles, because if I'm just starting and the devil playing with me like this, he already, and to me, he playing with me because I must be a threat, something, I must be a threat of him losing that control, of him being able to tell me that I can't, because I'm so focused on God telling me that I can. So I must be moving towards God a little bit more in, in order for him to say, "Up, we're gonna throw an obstacle right now," and I just started. So I really feel like I need to stay where I'm at for a little bit longer, not much longer, because I'm tired of standing. But I do feel like I need to be here a little bit much longer so I can. We're gonna say we're at a rest stop, or well, yeah, rest stop. I'm here to get the tools that I need to put in my bag. So, because guess what? When I move, I already know when I move, I'm moving with purpose, and I'm moving to the path that I'm, that right path that I want to be on, to be able to walk with God and really understand my God-given purpose. And I keep saying that because we all have a God-given purpose. We just got to figure it out what it is. And I'm on that path to figure out what my God-given purpose is. But I know while I'm on that path, when I become more and more of a threat to the devil, he's going to throw bigger and bigger obstacles in my way. And because I know this, I'm not going to say I'm going to be prepared for every obstacle he throws my way, but I know I need to stay at this rest stop for a little bit longer to get those tools, to even the basic tools that I can have to take with me, so me and God can be prepared, and I know God prepared. God already prepared. He got every tool he need to throw at the devil, but I know I need tools for me so that I can know how to ask God for help when I need help. I'm at that point, like, I'm really learning how to ask God for help, because it's hard for me to ask anybody for help. But I really know that God's not anybody. He's not a friend, or he's not a family member that you asking, can I borrow $10 from? He's not somebody like that. He's always gonna be here for me. He's always ready to answer a question, or give me that clarity that I need to be able to move forward with him. But as of right now, I feel like God knows most important. I need to to keep my reassurance that he's not gonna leave me, and I can't leave him. That's the biggest thing. Is I don't want to get back to that place where I can almost see my purpose, but because I get so lost in, oh, I'm almost there, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. And I get so lost in that and not we. And when I say we, me and God, because we are almost there. I have to continue to remember that I cannot make it nowhere without God. Like, and that's crazy, because that I'm saying that, because I started this journey knowing that I need God. I need God with me. I need God to walk with me. I need God to help me through this. I need God to help me bust through those obstacles that I know the devil gonna put on me. But just as easy that I'm saying I need God, it was just as easy for me to forget that I needed God, because I was moving out. I could see the light. I wasn't even out the tunnel yet, but I could just see the light. I can see that I was finna walk down this gold path to be the best that I can be. But I left God in the dark. And that's crazy. And I'm I don't know other than to pray about it and to continue to ask God to forgive me for being so bullheaded that I forget that I need this man. I need him in my life. Like, I don't need no man, but I need this man to be with me in my life. He's a man that I know I'm gonna need every day, all day, even when I'm asleep during the day. I'm gonna need him, and I don't know why I forget that all the time, and yeah, I forget it all the time. Like, why I forget that, why I become so selfish, like I can do it by myself, which I know I cannot. So that's really where I've been these past 7 months, because it's month 8 now, and I'm back. I'm back where I really started getting back into my groove in last month. And what helped me get into that groove is I listened to my old podcast episodes, and that really motivated me to be like, you know what? I had something to say. As I record, I don't never feel like I have nothing to say, or that I never had any moments or points in there that somebody really gonna relate to. But then I listen back to it and be like, oh, that was a good little gem. You might have could have cut that out, but that was a good little gem, listening to that. And that helped me motivate, get me back to really start over so I can start stepping. And I'm not going to say start over, to get me to start back moving in the right direction of where I want to be, so that I can get to that end goal of being able to say I'm finally living in my purpose. Like y'all don't understand. That's like saying that I want to be a millionaire, like, how people be like, I can finally say I'm a millionaire. And I feel like when I can finally say I'm living in my purpose, I would finally be that millionaire that everybody want to be. Because I don't know why, but last year when I really thought about what my purpose is, it really lit a flame in me to really figure out who the hell I am, and why would God choose me of all people, of all the little sperms that was in there. Why did my egg get fertile and I became who I am? And that's really where I'm at. Like, why am I chosen to breathe this earth, or breathe this air? So that's really why I'm still there. I just really need to continue to keep God with me, continue to keep God first. That's something that I'm working on, and really not losing, because I'm gonna say that to this day. Like, in January was the last time that I'm gonna leave God behind. And that's just honesty, because I can't. And I say that because it's easy to be like, oh well, I've said it before, and that's what I'm saying to myself. And somebody out there might be saying it too. But as I say that to myself, I'm also telling myself, yeah, I've done it before, but I don't want to. Every time I do it, I go back to a place that I don't want to be. And so I know, in order for me not to go back to that place, in order for me not to feel the way that I do not like feeling, I know I need to continue to hold God's hand through this journey, because that's who's going to help me make it through this journey. Not my mama, not my daddy, not my sister, not my brother, not my cousin, but God. Like, all those other people, they're going to motivate me. They are motivation. Like, my whole family is motivation for me to be a better person than I am today, just so they can be proud of me. But I'm not just doing it for them. I'm doing it for God. And that is really the sole person that I'm doing it for, is for God. Because if I'm not doing it for God, then what's the purpose of doing it? And that's where I'm at. I got to keep that mindset. And that's just, and this is just a reminder to myself. Like I said, I go back and I do listen to these episodes, but that is a reminder to myself, is to make sure I keep God first, and to remember that I'm doing this. I'm walking this walk for God. I'm figuring out my God-given purpose for God. It is going to benefit me in the long run. I'm not going to say it's not. It is. It's going to benefit whatever the benefit is for me on this earth, it is going to have some type of benefit in it, because I'm not doing nothing for nothing. God know that. But at the end, I feel like, even because you can make all the money in the world. I can make the best money at my 9-to-5 job that I have right now. But because I know it's not my purpose, I know it's not my career, I know that's not what really makes me happy at the end of the day, all the money that I make from there, that's all it's going to be, just money. It's not going to make me happy. It's not going to make me feel fulfilled in no kind of way. So I want to be able to figure out my God-given purpose so I can be fulfilled, so I can be happy, so I can be a joy to want to wake up in the morning and record my podcast and pack 100 orders from my boutique. And, that's what I want to do. Be able to do my videos on YouTube. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to be the best fucking boss there is. That is my goal. That is my passion. That is my dream. And I know in order for that dream to come true, yeah, I am going to have to help it. I am going to have to get it to match to what God sees for me as well. And that's, again, where the conversations come in with me and God. Okay, God, this is my plan. This is what I want to do. This is what I dream about, which He know. Like, this is what I dream about. This is what I want to do. And I talk to Him about that. But I also not just talk to Him and tell Him or ask Him to help my dreams come true. Before I even ask Him to help my dreams come true, I want to make sure that my vision that I have for myself matches the vision that He has for me. Because again, I'm trying to find my God-given purpose. And in order for me to find my God-given purpose, I got to figure out what God made that purpose for. So if the dreams that I have, not saying that every dream I have is not, all of them may fit His vision. I don't know that until I put in the hard work that it's going to take in order for me to make these dreams come true, or make these dreams be successful or whatever. But as I go, I'm going to know, like, okay, I ain't too much liking this podcast thing because it's feeling like a 9-to-5, or I ain't too much feeling this boutique thing because it's feeling like a 9-to-5. Anything that's going to make me feel like a 9-to-5, I know that's not what I want to do. If it don't make me feel like I'm doing a 9-to-5, it don't make me feel like I'm doing work, that's what I want to do. Like, I love working. I absolutely do love working. I love to make money. Not gonna say I don't, I do. But I also like enjoying what I do. I also like being happy at what I do. I also like being able to give 100% in what I do. And now with the job that I have right now, I promise you, I probably give about 85% to that job. And that's disappointing to me. Like, I have to pray before I go to work to say, okay, God, I need you to give me 100% today. I need you to give me 100% today. I need to give these people 100% of my time, 100% of my ability, because I know I can do the job, because I got hired for it. But I know I can do the job, and I know I can do a damn good job at it. But I need you to fill me up to that 100% so I can give them that. So I have to pray about that. And I don't want to have to do that. I do want to pray about, my business, let it be successful, whatever. But I don't want to have to ask God to give me strength just to do the job, just to get a job done so I can get a paycheck. That's not what I want to do. So that's how I know what I'm doing is not my purpose. It is not for me. I cannot keep doing that. But anyways, that's where I'm at so far in this journey. That's why I've been gone for so long, because I just been stuck. And while I've been stuck, I really have been unveiling what my true journey is. And my true journey is not only to find my God-given purpose. That's the reason. But the journey is to keep God with me on this journey. Not to forget that this is who's going to bring me through all them tough times that's finna come through. So that when I do hit them tough times, I ain't gotta feel like, oh, I'm starting over again. Gotta go back to the starting line. No, he gonna help me bust through those obstacles because I'm gonna remember to keep him with me. But that's all the time that I have for today, y'all. Let's keep this conversation going. Meet me over at my Instagram. It is at becoming me. I'm gonna spell it for y'all because today I just realized my podcast name. I'm just mad about it. But anyways, follow me at IG, which is becoming me, BECOMINGME _ DISCOVINGYOU. Follow me over there and let's talk about it. Let's talk about what advice you have for somebody that's either starting on their journey or somebody that was like me and just stuck in the journey. What advice do you have for them? And if you want to know what advice I have on that situation, make sure you head over. Or if I didn't give, I'm going to give a little bit more jewels because I gave a few pieces of jewels in here, what you can do. But if you want to know a little bit more of what advice I have, especially for someone who is stuck, make sure y'all head over to my Instagram and leave your comments below. And that's where my answer is going to be. But before I do end today's episode, I do want to take the time out again and thank each and every one of you for listening to my old episodes while I was gone. It really, really, really meant the world to me. And I thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for standing with me. And I'm not leaving again. I just can't do it. And again, I want y'all to always remember that becoming is a journey. It's not a destination. And as always, have a great day.